Welcome to the Sayville Cinemas, Episode 1, Good Staff, Bad Staff. Meet Pete. He is our good staff, aka Staffus Maximus. On the staff ranking, he ranks a good, equivalent to Colonel. Let's follow Pete as he prepares for his workday. Into the office he goes. Picking up the sign-in sheet, good start. Notice the time. Pete signs in when his shift starts, not when he arrives at the theater. And also, Pete has brought a cup along with him, in case he needs a drink later. Ooh, look, cupcakes. Donna must have made those. I think Pete will save his for later. Now let's meet Mike. I said, let's meet Mike. He's late as usual. Oh, there he is. Looking grungy and probably hasn't showered. Staffus Worsticus, as we call him. He is equivalent to dirt or South Bay employee, depending on your mood. Mike loves his rude gestures. Why? Because he's a total jerk. Let's see what he does when preparing for his shift. He takes his time in getting to the office, that's for sure. He's thinking about taking the sign-in sheet, but decides to show his distaste for Pete because he always makes him look bad by spitting in his cup. Let's see when Mike decides to sign in. Mike signs in a half an hour before he even arrived and writes graffiti all over the sign-in sheet without putting it back in its respective spot. That's not bad, Mike. Mike, you're late as is. However, he notices Donna's cupcakes and decides he wants one now. He has total disregard for his shift because Donna cupcakes are certainly delicious. Now let's take a closer look at how Staffus Maximus dresses. Nice salute, Pete. He's got his nice Sayville Theater hat, looking snazzy. He's got his white button-down shirt and a nice haircut. He doesn't look like a dirtbag or a loser. With Mike, we had to do a complete frame-off restoration because his clothes were far too grungy for this video. Pow! How about that button-down shirt, Mike? Looking snazzy. Bam! Some pants for ya! He probably stole those pants from a wandering vagrant. That's why they're a little big on him. Huzzah! A belt to keep those pants up, and some nice shoes so Mike's not walking around in socks. That's an upgrade. Hey Mike, do you know how to use that thing? Mike seems to have almost pulled the look off. The haircut is a different story. We'll come back to that later though. He's got the nice white button-down shirt, the nice black slacks. As long as he's got some nice dress socks to go along with it, should seal the deal. Oh Mike. Now let's talk about this haircut. It's long and unkempt and makes him look quite depressed. Let's see what other options we have. Mohawks are quite unacceptable. Now he looks like a character out of The Godfather. You gonna make me an offer I can't refuse, Mike? I don't think so, but it'll have to do. Staffus Maximus always finds something productive to do with his time, like stocking the candy. How's it going, Pete? Or cleaning the countertop. Notice he uses a rag, because it's quite efficient. No wasted paper towel here. Mike, however, spends his time playing the crane game, even though he's never won anything. I bet he spent over $500 on that game. Seriously, why haven't we fired this game yet? I don't get it. Here we see Staffus Maximus cleaning the glass doors outside. They need to be cleaned. Mike, make sure of that. That's disgusting, Mike. Purely disgusting. Here we see Staffus Maximus selling a customer a small popcorn. Thanks for the tip. 2 thumbs up. Enjoy the show. Now let's take a look at Staffus Worsticus selling a popcorn. He obviously has no concept of change, as he gives the customer a couple $100 in 20s and attempts to steal some of his popcorn. The customer is not happy. What's wrong, Pete? You look angry. Cleaning the lobby is part of the job. You know that. It's just an average day at the theater. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, he's changed back into his grungy clothes, too. Now's the time of day when most employees get thirsty. I see Mike is contemplating his beverage choice, while Pete goes into the office to get his cup, like a good employee. Mike has forgotten his cup and doesn't know where to turn. Pete concealed his cup in the cabinet behind the counter, away from the eyes of the patrons. Way to go, Pete. He takes a moderate amount of ice and just enough beverage to quench his thirst. He caps his cup as to not make a mess and enjoys the most delicious beverage, raspberry iced tea. Here we see the various sizes of soda and popcorn. Wait, something's missing. God damn it, Mike. That's not a soda. Mike uses a ridiculous amount of ice and 3 or 4 sodas at once, and gulps them all down. That can't be tasty, Mike. And then he just leaves it there for someone else to clean up. Very mature, Mike. Very mature. Staffus Maximus hasn't seen Mike for hours. He must have pulled a Fuchs. So Staffus Maximus takes up all the responsibility by taking out the garbage. Where oh where could Staffus Worsticus be? I don't know. I don't know. Pete seems to have found him though. He seemed to have been hiding in the popcorn bin. Oh no, that's the heat, Pete. While Staffus Maximus cleans a movie theater so that all the patrons are happy, Staffus Worsticus decides he'll play around a little bit and mess with the customers. What's that? Child's balls, $3? Or are they $2.50? That's just confusing, Mike. Way to go. Here, Staffus Maximus shows why he's consistently Employee of the Month. He buffs the outside lobby floor. Great job, Pete. Mike, however, breaks Chris's cardinal rule by texting his ugly girlfriend. That's a no-no, Mike. Pete, however, texts while buffing the floor. Now that's acceptable, Pete. Good use of time. After a long day of work, the employees are finally ready to go home. Oh my god, what's happening? Pete, what are you doing? Well, I guess he's finally had enough of Staffus Worsticus. Can't really blame him. What's in there, I wonder? Oh look, it's the mess Mike made Pete clean up earlier. A fitting demise for the worst staff ever. Have a good night, Pete. And you folks have a good night too. And just remember, if you're not at Sayville, you're at the wrong movie theater. The end.